Guys, in this video we are taking this Tamiya Dancing Rider and we're comparing it to this fake one. I saw this on Aliexpress a little while ago and I was like, I recognise that. That is definitely a knockoff of the Dancing Rider. If you've never heard of the Dancing Rider, it's the T301 chassis and it is super fun. I actually had one, I think it was the end of 2023, I had a Tamiya like limited. I've still got it. The only reason it's not in this video is because I didn't realise at the time, but I did actually break it. It all fell apart when I brought it back after the video. I did a brushless conversion on it. It's a limited edition. I think they made like 333 of them. Anyway, if you've never heard of them, they are so fun to drive. It's a Star Unit triple wheel series. And like most Tamiyas, it comes in a kit. And actually, I'm not sure on if they're still readily available. I've had this one for quite some time. T301. Yeah, doesn't look like they're as readily available as they used to be, which is a shame because it's such a cool, and it's a relatively iconic Tamiya as well. They do a different one, a different body. I think the chassis is exactly the same though. This is ready to run. You can get this in a kit as well, but this one's ready to run. And I managed to find, I don't know how many they got left, but I managed to find this. So I got this off Asia Tees and it's an expert built version of the Dancing Rider. And like I said, I don't know how many is left, but I will leave a link in the description. When I saw this, it was kind of a yes moment because it makes this video so much easier for me. I love building kits, but it just makes videos take 10 times longer. And I've already built one of these. I've already done a video. And this one, the good thing about this Tamiya version, you can get a ton of upgrades. This isn't all the upgrades you can get, but you can get loads of upgrades for this thing. Got a steering link, a servo holder, aluminium counter shaft, some different steering spring rates, alloy hex adapters and shafts, and a main gear as well. You can also get hop-up tyres. And again, I think I got all this, looking at the sticker on there, I got all these upgrades from Asia Tees. Now, I've had this quite some time, and I think I will build it at some point. Maybe it'll go on my retirement build pile. It's only right we should get the actual proper one out first. So the Expert series from Tamiya, which they stopped doing in the UK, you can still get them in Japan, I think. But you definitely can't get them in the UK anymore. Fully ready to run, come with a battery. I don't know whether this will come with a battery because it's been shipped from overseas, but you get everything in here, instructions, transmitter, fully built and painted. What's this? We've got some bits and pieces under here. I presume these are spares rather than bits you have to put on. I will have a look in the instructions. You can see that that will have to be put on. This is the self-writing bit. I'll show you that in a little while, once we get it all going. But yeah, these XB kits, they used to do loads, like absolute ton of them. I've had a few, I've still got a couple actually. I've got a CCA one, I'm going to do some upgrades on that soon. There's a reason I've bought that. That I had to get from Japan. And then behind my wall of City turbos, got an F-150 Lightning on the TL01. That's actually the second ever XB that they produced. I can't remember what the first one was, but that's like 5.8 something 02, I think, which means it's the second one ever. It might be 57002 or something like that. This was also an XB that I got years ago. And regrettably, I sold a City Turbo XB that is probably worth a lot more than I sold it for now. So it comes with a transmitter. These have been around a while, but they are 2.4 gig. Tamiya don't do many ready to runs, but the ones they do have this transmitter. And this is the little Dancing Rider. How cool does it look? So these are based off of, I think they're like the little courier bikes or vehicles and stuff that they have in Japan. And I'm pretty sure they do, or at least they did race them. Now this one looks like it's got a battery which is plugged in, which might not be a good thing. You shouldn't really leave, oh my word, come on. You shouldn't really leave batteries plugged in. Ah, I see. I see. So the one change I am going to make to this, I'm going to change to a normal battery setup, because as you'll see, this one has got a little 4 battery adapter in here. So you put 4 AA's in there, and then you connect it up to the stock Tamiya. Is that an ESC and receiver? I think so. So that's a 2-in-1 receiver and ESC. So I'll make sure it's going to be all right for an actual battery, but we're just going to put like a 7.4 volt lithium ion or something in there. We'll see what this one comes with and we'll try and match it. So a pretty unique chassis. Comes with this stand to stop it from flopping over. You got Willie, of course, as the driver, nicely painted. I've clipped that on, it just clips on, and what that does is when it tilts over, let me take the stand off. When it rolls like that, you just turn the steering and it basically puts that up and it pops it back up on its wheels. It's powered by a little 370 motor. The steering servo is there, so it doesn't turn the front wheel, it just tilts. And obviously naturally when it tilts, it turns the wheel on the front. Such a cool little design. Right, let's put you to one side for a minute and let's have a look at this thing. So ready to run. There's some info on the side there. I can't remember how much this cost. I'll put it on the screen. I'll also put on the screen how much that cost. Obviously this was cheaper and you're going to see now it is an absolute rip-off. It even comes with the same stand. What? You know, I thought it was going to be very similar, this thing, but I didn't realise it's just a complete rip-off. But as you can tell straight away, it is not the same quality. That body is really flimsy. Much better quality. Obviously this one's hand painted. This one's just a cheap printed body. I'm wondering, has he got a film on it? Because them windows just look dirty as well. Obviously it comes all off exactly the same. Ah, yeah. They look a bit better, but they're like half, well, they're smoked, but they look a bit rubbish. Driver, exactly the same. Chassis looks all exactly the same. Comes with a little lithium ion in there. Tilts over the same. It's a bit stiff doing that. So this one doesn't flop over. That one's really stiff. I don't know whether that's just the servo positioning or the way the servo is, but it's not as floppy, which may affect its handling, but we'll see. Let's put the chassis next to each other. Oh, I knew I'd scratch the body, look, because these pins are really stiff to get out. Oh, probably going to get scratched anyway, but yeah, if you look at this one, look. So there's a top down of the rear tyres. You got a lot more tread on them ones. Tread seems thin on them. The compound, yeah, feels similar. These feel a little bit stickier. All the back end looks pretty much the same. What they've probably done is they've got one of these. They've like scanned it all and just printed all the parts. I can't imagine that they've got hold of the molds and stuff, but I reckon that's what they've done. Front suspension feels very similar. Rear suspension, this feels a bit looser actually. This does feel a bit looser. It's a bit stiffer on this. White wheels look better. This shinier grey front end on the black got a better look than this all just like a satin black. The plastics feel alright on this. They don't feel too cheap. And then that's the underneath. And then the same on this. This one actually has got, this has just got one arm for the servo. And this has got an arm each side. That's probably why it doesn't feel as loose. Oh, and he's got a steering wheel and he hasn't. The knockoff also has lights in the front. This has got the light bracket, but doesn't come with lights. Batteries are charged. I've swapped this one. I've soldered just a Dean's connector on. This actually comes with an adapter that goes in there, so you can fit these little like 2-cell lithium ions. I forgot to show it, but this one came with a 1500 milliamp hour. It's not that one because that's out of a Maverick, but it's the same size as that. I've just charged like 4 of them because we need to go and do a speed run with these to see how fast they are, and then we need to go and have a play with them. Now I switched them on just a minute ago to make sure they were functioning. Look at the wheel speed on this. And then look at the wheel speed on the Tamiya. It seemed a little bit underwhelming. However, I did something I don't usually do. I read the instructions. And on this transmitter, there's a little function switch there. This is how it comes out the box. And then if you press that function switch, it goes into power mode. It's a good job I read the instructions. So when you turn the steering wheel, see it leans like that. I won't go too fast because it'll fall over, look. And if it falls over, you just turn the steering and it pops itself back up. So this one functions the same. Well, they don't fall over as easy. You have to proper rock it to get it to go over. But if it does fall over, again, just pops itself back up. Right, we'll go for the Tamiya first. We'll get that to set the time. Now, in theory, let's make sure it goes straight first. Right, that's in slow speed, hang on. Yeah, in theory, if they've completely copied it, they should be a very similar speed. Don't need much space for this, super smooth. They look so cool driving along. High speed pass. Go on, Willie. Fly by. Whoa, 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 whoa. Anyway. I should edit that bit out really, shouldn't I? I'm going for 16 mile an hour. Oh, 11. I was way off. Way off. Right, is it geared? The same. I can't remember what my brushless one... Oh no, that's a lot faster, I think. I can't remember what my brushless one did. Let me pop it up on the screen. Right, here we go. Let's just feed it in gently. That is full throttle. Oh, it goes nice and straight, like really straight. Wow. 16 mile an hour, that's not bad. I don't know what they are stock. I might have to have a look for a stock speed run, but I think that's pretty good. Obviously this will run 3S, but I don't know whether the gears will hold up. They're all plastic. Yeah, this one's quicker. Doesn't look like this one's going to fall over as easy either, he says. Perfect timing. Self right. There we go. Yeah, this one I think. Let's just go left. I didn't try this with the Tamiya actually. Let's try the old left and right with the Tamiya. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right, is this one going to do 16? 14. All right, so it's not a massive amount faster, but it is quicker. I just found a speed switch on the controller. I couldn't tell whether it went faster or not when I pressed the button. I think that's the same. 1 mile an hour faster with the speed switch. Right, high speed stability check. Oh yeah, you can do it as well. Yeah, easy. This is the perfect location for something like this. Perfect location. Little smooth skate park. Couple of little jumps. Whoop. Absolutely perfect for it. Whoa, careful Willie. Up you get. He's a bit wobbly. He's a wobbly Willie. So many jokes. Whee. Get up. So we're not going to be doing any backflips today. Super smooth though, listen to it. Well, you can't really hear it because of probably the wind. And me talking. Super, super smooth. Now the villain has entered the chat. He's definitely a little bit quicker. Whoa. Oh. Not any more stable though. No, definitely not any more stable. Whoa. Oh, that was a jump. That was a great jump. I think obviously Willie's driving the other one. We should maybe call this one Richard. Richard and Willie at the skate park. Right, I'm just gonna have a... Hey, there's no need for that. There was no need for that at all. Get him back up. Don't be a... I didn't have to use any of them spare batteries that I took. That's the good thing about having a tiny little 380 motor. It hardly uses any power. Both of them, awesome fun. I know you're all going to be asking my opinion. And as a massive Tamiya fanboy, I can't really tell you to buy the complete rip-off. And I honestly don't think there's going to be many of these, if any, left. I bought this one a little while ago and I've not checked on stock. So you might be lucky and get the last one. Or you just won't get it at all. My advice would be to try and source a kit. Again, even though I don't think you can get them or they're not very easy to get a kit, have fun building it, get some cool upgrades for it, give it a cool paint job. In fact, I think it was Rob Mitchell that done a Rothman's one, looked awesome. And I promise you, you will have way more fun driving one that you've built. This one is really cool, it drives well. It would drive well because, like I've said a few times, it's a complete copy. I think the Tamiya's a little bit more, I want to say, a little bit more fluid. It seems to just glide a little bit better. This one, I think it's because it's a bit quicker and it's a bit more rigid. It's a little bit sharper when you're turning, whereas this one's got more of a sort of floaty feel about it. I mean, ultimately, they're kind of a bit of a one-trick pony. You can't really do it unless you're going to race them with other people. You can't really like bash them or take them off-road. Being that it is a one-trick pony, that's why I think building one, if you can find one, building one, painting it, making it your own, you'll have a lot more fun out of it. Because I think after about, I don't know, 2 or 3 packs through that, you can't really do much else with them. That's what I'd be doing, and well, I have built one of these, and I got this one, which at some point in the next 10 or 20 years, I might build.